Cool, cool. All right. So my general super tag setup, actually, a diagram might be helpful. I've been using Figma. This is a FigJam board, I think it's called, and I discovered this from another Tana dude, Simon, who does design stuff. And I learned that we can take a URL from Figma and okay, it's loading there. Yeah, we could throw it right in Tana. We can't edit it from here, but we could view it. And since there's no whiteboard feature in Tana right now, this has been a great workaround for me. So this is how I draft out kind of my different components that I'm working on in Tana. Um, so my main super tag setup um, is really this cluster of three right here, and I guess um, yeah, life area chapter, like these two as well. Really, the area has been pretty consistent for a while too. Um, but I'm always shifting and shaping things. The chapter narrative is one of the newer components, but essentially the action project routine is very much based on GTD, getting things done, where everything I do is an action. Projects are collections of actions, and then routines are repeated collections of projects and or actions. Um, so what that tends to look like is um, I got like the spoken notes thing that I capture stuff with, but also um, Tana mobile app just throw mostly actions, directly tag actions in there. I won't go into the spoken notes right now, but they will sign or show up in my assigned projects search. So this is um, any actions not done where the project routine isn't set. And then this is actually an old, and a bunch of knots here. I could probably remove some of these. Um, yeah, so project extends from action for me. That's why I don't want to include projects in this. Um, and then not a personal focus or scheduled today. So if I schedule something today, I don't care about assigning it any further. If it's a personal focus, it gets filtered to a different search. I don't care about assigning it any further. And then the main core of this is I want to, if it's not a personal focus, it's not scheduled for today, I want to assign some sort of project or routine for that. So I have a field for that component. Um, so, for example, YouTube thumbnails, starting to make some Tana content. So that's going to lead towards my Tana business. And then project routine um, is going to be Tana content. As soon as I added that, it um, it becomes null to that search. It fulfills the one saying, okay, this has a value now. So it asked me to clean it up, and now it removes from that area. Um, yeah, when I get this laptop stand, this is like a chore. Um, and I wouldn't put a project routine for this. I'd just say it's a personal focus. So then that gets cleaned up from there. Same with like this laptop plugs. Chore, personal focus gets cleaned up. Um, so yeah, and that's kind of talking about dashboards here. This is my sort of flow is very action oriented, but I'm kind of hoping some of the other, I guess, Tana ambassadors or navigators or people, if anyone works at Tana's free right now, or just other people kind of dabble around with dashboards. I'm really curious to see what other people are building in here. Um, but yeah, that's a general overview of my tags, I guess. Any specific questions pop up with that kind of brief overview? Let's see. Da, da, da. Must be how many emojis to display command. Interesting. Yeah. Um, hmm. Yeah, emojis definitely help with if you have a bunch of words, it fills up. But I guess I don't know if you've played around with the new command, well, newer command menus feature where you can essentially nest layers of commands so then it becomes more of a drop down list rather than extending way out uh, into your tag system. Hmm. Yep, yep, yep. Ev does have a video on that. Let's see, action. So I think I was playing around with a solution to it before before menus became a thing. Um, so let's see. Yeah, I made like this little button that collapses and expands. Um, so let's see, it's a blank node filter. Uh, not ma- Yeah, so I had to make a separate field that toggles with a node filter that is set on like every single command here. Yeah, it's like a massive workaround. But I guess now I could. Uh, I don't even use half of these. I don't use any of these really. What is it? Convert to group. Um, Menu, and then I put that under there. Yeah. Oh, it's interesting because it's still the node filter still doesn't apply. So it's interesting. It's kind of grayed out, but you can't see it. But if I click this and then now it's triggerable. That's interesting. Huh. Yeah. If I got rid of this node filter, then yeah, it's still visible there. But if I collapse that, it's still triggerable now because the node filter isn't on there. Yeah. So node filters um, limit what commands can be run on. They could probably limit other things as well. Yeah, it's very, limiting sort of thing. Oh, I get some hey, you got a mic on. I got some feedback coming through, though. Check, check. Hello, hello.
Good morning.
How's it going?
Good, thanks.
Right on,
Glad I could make it.
right on. Just going through, guess an overview of my dashboard. Then we dove into command menus a little bit, and like a little overview of just like my general super tags that I work with. But Chris, I don't know. It sounded like you just uh, got your mic turned on or something. I had some feedback coming for a sec. I don't know if you had a question or still working on that. Yeah. If not, yeah, David, I don't know if you have any questions off the top or just came to observe.
I just came to observe mostly. I'm trying to think my way through developing uh, a trade tracking um, workflow for Tana. I trade U.S. equities.
Oh yeah,
I trade intraday, and I'm just trying to noodle through some ideas in my head. I just thought I'd watch some smart people.
right on. That's actually, yeah, we were talking about that a little bit in the last office hours.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so Nick has a very cool new tool, which he has a meeting tomorrow on that. That can
Yeah,
come up
I'm
with.
signed up for that.
Oh, right on. Yeah, it can come up with schemas like on the fly and pretty pretty in depth. Like for like a first rough draft, I was extremely impressed. Let's see if I consulting, so we'll pop over to that. Yeah, Tana One. This is his system, and yeah, he gave me some access to this, so I put together just a chat where I'm like, hey, um, give me a system for managing investment research, and then it'll output this whole string of Tana paste markdown, so you could paste that right back in your system, and then this is what it developed, and I was just blown. Like that one prompt, and it was able to develop, put all these tags together, kind of some idea for the fields and what the field options could be. And then it come up with sample data. So like you got this research section with notes, like just that one prompt, that one sentence I gave it, and it returned all this, which I just think is, yeah, this is incredible. This is the future of like AI agent ontology direction sort of stuff.
You took the words out of my mouth. I was just going to say this is the future, and for some context, I've been fiddling around with Tana for a couple of years now, and I love the potential with it. Always have, but I also had some real world stuff that Tana just wasn't fitting in. I'm part of the Apple ecosystem, so no integration with an Apple Calendar, and tasks and things like that. And the mobile app isn't quite there for that. So I've been trying to work in a couple different areas. So I thought that I'm going to make another attempt and see if I can wrangle a useful system to meet my workflows with Tana, because I love it, but it's really frustrating because I got some real world needs that it doesn't do.
Yeah, definitely. I think a lot of us are waiting on the API to get. We really need some sort of two-way sync to keep track of a lot of things there. It sounds like, I think David, I might be getting feedback from you. I don't know if you have headphones available.
Okay, let me. I'm having some issues with my machine. Let me. I'll do a restart and see if I can come back.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Yep, sounds good. All right. Chris, were you able to get your mic situation sorted, or was that maybe that was feedback from David right when he joined there? Not sure.